I always find it odd how I can have the first thing that happens is a thumbs up before anyone even shows up. That's odd that how that happens. Hello, everyone. There we go. People starting to pop on now. How's everyone doing? Yeah, just another one of these. Here we go again. Another future demonetized live stream. More fun from Waco, Texas. How's everyone going? There we go. People are starting to come on now. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Waco is, well, hot and humid, just like basically every other day. I think it's in the low 90s right now, about 50% humidity. It's actually been kind of windy for the last couple of days. So, any news on my dad? Basically, he's kind of doing his thing. He's kind of a little worse than he was a few days ago. He's kind of back to being a little incoherent again. So, it's the right decision that I need to go home. And I'm going to go home tomorrow. Oh, too bad about the accident, Leona. Sorry about that. I'm glad you're here. Must not be too serious. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Yeah, it should be a little smoother this time because at least I got a driver's license this time. So, I'm not going to be depending on my Costco card as photo ID. That's good. I'm glad it wasn't too serious, Leona. That's yeah, automobile accidents are no fun. I know. How are the kitties? I just noticed a bite just kind of came down. He's over there staring at the steps now. So I don't know. Maybe he'll come up. I got his kitty treats if he's ready. So he's joined us for the last couple of vlogs. So maybe this one or for the last couple of live streams. So maybe we'll see him again. Like I said, he's over there. He's kind of walking this way right now. So you might see him. Your mom has Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Wow, that's no good. There's a lot of Alzheimer's on my dad's side of the family too, so I can kind of relate to that. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, I can use all the love and support and prayers and all that good stuff I can get right now. Will I board the kitties? No, actually, they're better off here. They're pretty good on their own. I leave them a lot of food and they'll be fine. We've done that before. They're usually good for about a week on their own. They're pretty independent. So, did I get any flooding here? No, not a drop of rain happened here. It all happened on the like southeast end of the state, kind of around Houston, but we didn't get a drop here. In fact, I kept watching the weather report, and they kept saying, "Okay, it's going to start raining tomorrow," and then tomorrow comes, it was like, "Okay, it's going to start raining tomorrow," and after the 2 or 3 days of that, I said, "Yeah, we're not going to get any rain." I kept watching the radar, and I'm like right here, and everything's moving away from me. It's like, "Yeah, no, we're not going to get any rain," and we didn't. It's funny. I give the kitties treats at night, and I have a light that I put over here to kind of light me up a little bit. And when I moved the light, apparently there was a kitty treat under it, and Bite found that kitty treat. So yeah, there's a lot of Alzheimer's in my family. My grandfather had it pretty bad and had to be institutionalized for it. And I see it a little bit on. I see a little bit of it on my dad's side. He's even before this whole incident, he was a little slowing down, and had a tendency to, repeat stories and, do things, take things a little slower than you normally would. Hey, Bite, how you doing, huh? Decided. So you're not so shy about coming up here anymore, are you? You know that the kitty, you're not afraid of me sitting up here and talking to my computer anymore. Now you'll come up and mug for the camera, right? That's what you're doing, or you just want the kitty treats. That's all it's about, right? The kitty treats. Is that what it is? Yep, yep. It's all about the kitty treats. He's my buddy. Yeah, I wish I'd get Nibble to come down and do this, but you know what? She's up in her little bed right now. You got something to say? Say it to them. Don't say it to me. Meow, meow. Yeah, that's my mascot. And my co-host, Bite here, right? Huh? You my buddy? Like I said, I bet you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the kitty treats. I don't know if you can hear him purring. His motor's running right now. He's got a pretty aggressive motor on him, don't you? Yeah? Is that what it is? Meow. How's the weather? The weather is, pretty hot and humid, like it usually is. It's in the 90s and probably 50% humidity. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate that. Yeah, my couple days ago when I did that first report where I talked about my dad going back into the hospital, he watched that one and he was watching it on his pad and apparently couldn't get the comments, but I copied all the comments out of that video and emailed it to him, and he was really grateful for all the love and support from all of you. So yeah, please keep that up. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Get any more bear claws? No, not yet. That's like I said, I had just kind of a craving for them, and so since I'm going to be gone for the next like I don't know 7 to 10 days, the donuts don't usually last that long in the refrigerator. So at least I know where to get them now, and I got two options. So we'll try that. We'll get them at some point. Maybe I'll go find some donut shops in California, or I can just go back to Ralph's again because they just got them in the bread section. Am I part of any local groups, or have I picked up a hobby since I'm living in Texas? Really, the only hobby I've been developing here has just been the vlogging. There's a couple of internet groups that I've been kind of following because they're providing good content for vlog topics. There's one on historical Waco, and it has a lot of like great pictures and stories from the past and stuff like that. And then of course when I went to that Hot Mac radio controlled airplane, miniature airplane thing a few weeks ago, I subscribed to their group also, kind of following what's going on there. So that's really the only thing I've been doing at this point. No, I'm not going to have the neighbor guy at this point deal with the kitties. I'm just the cats are pretty independent on their own, so I can just basically give them food and they'll be fine for a while. I'm gonna have to come back in like 7 days or so and check on them, but they'll be fine. We do that periodically. They're pretty independent. They actually kind of I think prefer not having me around all the time, right, buddy? Although you will miss the kitty treats. You also have your run to the house. Don't have to worry about me bugging you anymore, huh? Yeah, one of the things I'm trying to do though with when it comes to getting Bear Claws does not have to drive 50 miles, and unfortunately, Pasadena is about 50 miles. So, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that a lot. Really grateful for that. I appreciate all of you supporting my channel the way you guys do. Hi, Dandelion. Yeah, I'm, doing as best as I can, dealing with all the family stuff, going home tomorrow. So, we're going to kind of get a handle on that, I think. I think what really needs to happen is right now, my parents, we need to deal with getting them assisted living. Um, Turns out my father has a very, very impressive insurance plan that, is basically a Cadillac plan in terms of like, in-home care and stuff like that. And so I think we're going to have to kind of pull the trigger on that and get that going. Whether or not my father comes home, somebody's got to help my mom. Uh, but we've also my sister's been talking for a while, trying to get her to come up to live with her and up around Sacramento. She lives in Folsom. And my mom has always kind of been resistant to that idea. But I think in light of what's been going on in the past week or so, she's opening her mind a little bit more to that. And so if we can get her transported up there, get her into an apartment, and maybe get some help with her living, with her just the day-to-day things, cooking, cleaning, running errands, that kind of stuff. I think she'll do a lot better. Yeah, my father's always been kind of a frugal guy when it comes to some things, but when there's some things he just decides that, yeah, no, we got to go all in on this. And he got, like I said, a Cadillac plan in terms of, long-term care. I was talking to my brother-in-law last night, and he was looking at that plan, and he said, yeah, it's a really great plan. A lot of times with these in-home programs, it's, they'll help for a year and then it's over. But this one is for life. So as long as they need it, it's there. So that's good to know. Thank you, Dandelion. Yeah, all the positive thoughts, all the positive vibes, all the prayers, all the everything. We need it all right now. Yeah, it has taken a toll on me, Terry. I didn't sleep very well last night, and I normally would do a food vlog on today's Saturday, but I didn't really feel like doing one today. It didn't seem appropriate, so I didn't do one. I just did kind of an update vlog. In terms of what I'm going to do while I'm in California, I know a lot of you said if I interrupt the vlogs, you'll keep watching. I am going to try and do a vlog every day just to kind of keep you guys in the loop of what's going on. But it's not going to be anything like some of the vlogs I did when I went to California last time. It's not going to be any trips to school, not going to be any of that. Probably not going to get to see Jordan this time. So, yeah, just I want to keep you guys in the loop, just what's going on, because I do believe in, that there's a lot of positive things that come from prayer and from positive thoughts and good feelings being directed my way. And right now, we all kind of need that. So, best way to do that is to kind of keep you guys in the loop. And I think, it's probably not going to be, 10 or 15-minute videos. It may be just a 3 or 4 minute video every day, just kind of keeping you updated about what's going on. But, I think it's important to do that. Yeah, I know they aren't really expected, but like I said, I do believe that the prayers and all that, it means so much to my father to hear about it. It means so much to my mom. And so, yeah, I want to make sure that you know what's going on, um, so you can, just keep the thoughts and prayers going. Yeah, well, YouTube is still doing their stuff. I've had other things to focus on, but yeah, they demonetize. You remember last week I did the El Conquistador restaurant review? Yeah, they demonetized that one yesterday. You know, it's been reviewed and now it's back up again. But you know, I'm kind of just getting frustrated with him. Thank you, Linda Foster. I appreciate that a lot. I saw that come up a second ago, but I didn't want to go off the screen without saying something. But I appreciate that a lot. You know, I'm still kind of fighting with YouTube. They are talking to me, but they're kind of just going in circles now. They just keep saying the same thing over and over again. You know, they keep directing me to their list of not friendly for advertising thing, and I keep looking at it, and they got a list of 10 things. It's inappropriate language. About the only time I get inappropriate language here was when I was doing my loop around the Lake Waco, and we visited Lake Waco Dam, and I kept talking about that dam video. That's about as blue as I get on that. Violence, you know, yeah, okay, I cut the bear claw in half, and that maybe was a little too violent. Adult content, no, none of that. Unless me showing the leg here is a problem. You know, I don't know about that. Harmful or dangerous acts, you know, I don't know. Maybe eating bear claws is unhealthy. Maybe that's what they're triggered by. Hateful content, can't really say that because you know. When I did my review of the two donut shops, I liked them both. I didn't hate either of them. Incendiary or demeaning content, no, none of that. Recreational drugs, about the only thing you're seeing me do here is water. You know, I know we joke about that being moonshine, but trust me, it's just water. Firearms related content, no, none of that. About the only thing we did there was when I showed you that fly assault weapon I had, and that's just a assault gun. Assault, not assault. You know, so I don't know, maybe that's going to trigger some controversial issues or sensitive topics. I mean, I'm talking about my father. That's sort of a sensitive issue right now. And adult themes in family content. I don't see anything on any of my videos that would do that. Yeah, I scared Bite away when I lifted my leg up, but he's still just over there, just kind of leaning against a wall. So I guarantee you he'll be back at some point. You know, shake the kitty treat box, and maybe that'll bring him back. But yeah, you know, it's not happening as much. But like I said, I don't know if you watched the description on this. You know, one of the things they said to me was that one of the things that threatens, I guess, their AI is when I don't put a description down. Apparently, you know, it isn't enough to stick with these rules. Apparently, if you don't put a description and say what the video is about ahead of time, you know, that apparently is I don't know, something that triggers YouTube's AI. I don't know. Problem is, you know, I don't know what this video is going to be about until we start, because you guys decide that. So, you know, it's hard to predict ahead of time what this is going to talk about. I mean, I guess I kind of figured that we'd talk about you know, my father, because I mean that's kind of big news right now, and I did prepare by actually having the list of things that YouTube says is on their you know, not friendly for advertising list, because I figured that might come up. But you know, beyond that, you know, this live stream goes where you take it, you know, not me. So I don't know. It's hard to do that, but maybe just putting some words in there will be a little less threatening. So we'll go from there, see what happens. I'm still expecting that when I end this one, it'll be demonetized again. Thanks, Anne. Appreciate that. I can use thoughts and prayers from everywhere. How's the tree? The tree's doing all right. That was one of the things I wanted to do too, is to make sure that all of the plants are basically taken care of, because I'm not going to be here for at least a week, and so I gave them a real good watering last night. I might go out again and water them again tonight right before I leave, and we'll go from there. Yeah, Terry, thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely hit the thumbs up on this if you like this video. Appreciate that a lot. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, with me being demonetized or not, but I can't imagine. But then again, since I can't get YouTube to tell me what the problem is, you never know. How's the job search going? I'm continuing just to put in applications at this point. Haven't heard anything. It's probably a good thing because now that I don't really have anything going on, that means I can go home and take care of my parents, and that's kind of important right now. Thank you, Sharon. Like I said, I need all the help I can get. For those of you who, my dad's name is David Roll, and right now he needs all the help he can get. Yeah, I don't know. They don't seem to have a place where you can say YouTube is as offensive. So I don't know. Like I said, they keep passing me from one person to another, and they keep telling me the same thing over and over again. Oh, you gotta, you're not choosing the right meta tags, and you're not putting the descriptions on your live streams and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't think they know. I think basically, there's something going on. They may know what it is, but they're not telling. They're not giving me any suggestions on how to fix this. They're not telling me what I can do wrong. Obviously, it can't be too seriously wrong because every single video I do that gets demonetized is remonetized after they review it. So apparently they just like wasting a whole bunch of time watching my videos manually. Apparently that's easier than fixing the AI, so the AI gets it right. Yeah, I've heard doing things like that with plants. Unfortunately, they're in big buckets, and the water will just drain out of there really quickly. Usually, what I'm doing is feeding them every week. And I give them just a good drowning every week, just because it's so hot here. So yeah, I don't know if YouTube's actually doing it to increase their revenue because if they take the ads off the videos, they don't get paid either. Now, what I'm doing, because sometimes people are saying when the videos are demonetized, they're still seeing ads on them. So what I do now is, when they demonetize one of my videos, I move it to private. If they're not gonna let me you know earn profit from these, then nobody's gonna get profit. We'll figure it out when we'll make it live again when the video is remonetized. Like I said, my video about El Conquistador last week was demonetized just yesterday, and this morning, I got the email from them. Oh, congratulations, your video has been deemed suitable for all advertisers. Yeah, great. You delete it and then you put it back on and act like you're doing me a favor. Thank you, Derek Hansen. I appreciate that. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm hoping that when I get a house, that I'll put the maple in the ground and it'll grow real big too. I had two maples in my backyard in California, and they never really grew that fast. In fact, it was funny. The first one went into the ground like 20 years ago, and yeah, it's a lot bigger than it was. But in that time period, my parents put a maple tree in their backyard. It grew so big it got tangled up with the telephone wires. They had to cut it down. They put another maple tree in the yard. It grew so big it got tangled in the telephone wires and had to be cut down. And now they got a third one in the yard, and it's growing big too. And they're going to have to do the same one there at some point. So I don't know. I think it's just that they put really, really low quality soil in the yard. I think they found the cheapest fill soil they could, because even when I first started doing stuff in the yard, it was the soil was just rock hard. I had to get a big long digger bar that's like 6 feet long, about that big round, and solid iron, weighs about 20 pounds, and that was the only way I could cut through the soil. Pickaxe wouldn't work. I don't know what that was. Now, I haven't been really looking at houses yet. Gonna wait until I'm actually ready to buy. Move the wires. Yeah, I know that'd be nice. That was one of the things I liked about my house in California. All the power, all of the telephone, all of the cable, it was all underground. There were no telephone wires above ground. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard it too, Terry. It was a car, I guess. Somebody just had a very noisy car just drove by. It's weird. It sounded like it was out there though, and there aren't any cars out there. Maybe out here, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm hoping when I get a house here that the soil will be higher quality, and I think that was a big thing. There's a lot of advantages to putting all that stuff underground. One thing, especially here in Texas where we have a lot of electrical storms, you have it underground. It's less likely that you're going to have a blackout because the power lines get hit by a lightning. Get hit by lightning. Am I still using the AC? Yeah, still 24/7. All right, so you're getting you get ads when you. I guess you probably get an ad before you can tune in. I guess I've noticed that with Jordans too. So I guess that means they haven't demonetized this one yet. I don't know. Maybe they accepted my nonsense in the description file. Maybe it's not going to be an issue this time. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I heard that it rained pretty hard in well, kind of basically southeast Texas, down like right along the like around Houston there. They really got pounded and a lot of rain. I watched it come in, but we didn't get a drop of it here. It's still a little. It's windy. It's been windy here for the last couple of days, and that may be all we're going to get out of that. Did you get a lot of rain, Terry? No, no, Jana, we didn't get a drop of rain here. Not a drop. They kept saying for about 3 days that it was 40, 50, 60%. And every day, it would be, okay, the rain's coming tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and then, okay, rain's coming tomorrow. And yeah, no, I watched it. It was really bad in Houston because it was just, it just kept coming. Yeah, I got a little rainstorm that blew through here a couple weeks ago. It dropped about a third of an inch of rain and then it was done. I'm sorry, when I see Pasadena, I think Pasadena, California, but that's right, there's a Pasadena in Texas too. What characters are on my T-shirt? It's the band The Offspring. I'm a fan of theirs. Love their music, and honestly, I went to high school with three of them, so that was kind of interesting. I didn't know them at the time, but the guitar player, the bass player, and the singer were all at high school with me. In fact, they met. They were all on the track team, and that's how they met. It's funny looking in my yearbook and seeing a picture of Dexter, this guy right here. Yeah, did they have any tornadoes come through? I didn't hear about any tornadoes, but that was the kind of storm that could do it. That was kind of almost. It was kind of the. It was something that should have turned into a tropical storm and maybe even a hurricane, but it never really materialized. It was spinning though when it came on shore, so actually spinning this way. I keep track of everything spins counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. When am I going to see my parents? Going home tomorrow. So I'll see my mom tomorrow. Hopefully, go visit my dad too. Yeah, I've been kind of watching the weather around here. It looks like it's kind of slowly, gradually going down. A degree every couple of days or so. Actually, looks like the long term right now we might get into the upper 80s by like a week or 10 days from now. I don't know. Fingers crossed. I'm ready for a little cooler. Well, yeah, you got to do more than contemplated, sunshine. Just go start doing it. Ask Terry. You just got to start doing one. Periodically, and you build up an audience. It can be whatever is important to you. Just talk about what's going on in your life. Pick something that's important to you, and talk about it. And you'll find that there's a lot of people out there that will, be interested in that. And then you'll find that once it starts, it just starts snowballing because you get more enthusiastic about doing it because you start getting the feedback and people are really friendly and all that fun stuff. Yeah, yeah, I was watching that old junior boy. Yeah, I sat there and watched the rain because yeah, it was a really slow moving storm because I've been watching it for like the past 2 weeks. It crossed Florida, and it took it about a week to get from Florida just to the Texas coast, and then it just kind of parked, right over like Houston area for you know a day or two. It was. I think they said it was just moving at like 1 mile an hour. It's a really slow moving storm. And those are the bad ones because just especially when it's right on the shore like that because the engine that drives hurricanes is the warm water, and as long as there's a source of warm water, you know it'll keep raining and it just evaporates, goes into it, and drops. And somebody, I thought I silenced all these things here. I guess I silenced the cell phone, but not the tablet. It's just an email from Indeed giving me today's list of possible job opportunities. Okay. Well, we'll see. Jarrell, Texas is 54 miles south of Waco. Okay, I've been down to like what is that? Oh man, I'm locked on it. But I've been down kind of in the area. When I went down to the Interspace Caverns, that was about 50 miles south of Waco. But I've been to like Temple a few times because that was where I had to pick up all my unload all my pods and stuff like that. Thank you, Nada. Appreciate that. And my dad does too. He is watching these things when he can. I don't know if he has been lately, but don't ever say that, Celia. You never know. I'm kind of shy too. But just remember, you're just talking to the camera. If people will either like it or they won't like it. And as you do it more, it gets easier. One of the first time I ever had a job where I had to talk to people on the phone, that was really difficult for me. But it got to the point where, you know, I got more comfortable with it. And then I got to the point where I could speak in public pretty well because I had to do that. And, it's one of those things you just got to practice. Yeah, but nobody would watch me if I hid my face like this. So yeah, no, yeah, just work on it. Just do it a bunch of times. It gets easier. Even just record something and don't post it, just so you get used to doing it on camera. And then, when you feel a little more comfortable, then post something. Yeah, whatever you're good at. If you're good at comedy, definitely try that. Comedians get a lot of followers on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, it won't be a problem with food. In fact, I went out and got one of those refilling cat dishes for the food. And last time I left, when I went there, I had like just 5 or 6 bowls, cat bowls, that I put in different places around the house. So it kind of became a little interesting. Let's go find the food. Oh, here it is. Here's some food. Oh, there's food over there. Okay, make it a little interesting. Um, keep them entertained a little bit. And then of course I have one of those watering buckets that holds like 5 gallons worth of water. So yeah, there won't be any problem with that either. You put ketchup in your hair, huh? Well, your son did. Okay. Maybe I'm missing part of a conversation here. Am I going to storm Area 51? No, that's a dumb idea. Military is not going to tolerate that. They will shoot. Your vet wants you to put your dog on Instagram, huh? There you go. That's cool. You should do that. Oh, okay. Did you do that for a vlog, Terry, where where your son put ketchup in your hair? Hey, whatever works, right? Well, I heard that there's that one little town that's kind of the stopping off point if you're going to Area 51. It's where like the little is, and I hear that that place is like a party town right now. You put mayo in your hair too, huh? Hmm. All these things I've been reluctant to try here. I'll have to try this. Ketchup, mayonnaise. Area 51 is, I don't know, 50 or 100 miles north of Las Vegas in Nevada. It used to be really, really secretive. Now you can find it on Google Maps. You go into Google Maps and type Area 51, and it'll show you. You can see all the buildings, you can see all the runways. Like I said, it's 50 or 100 miles north of Vegas. No, I was actually talking to Jordan last night. I'm probably not going to get to see him this time. I got too many things I'm going to have to deal with. But yeah, he's aware of the situation. I let him know I was coming home, and he's yeah, that whole Storm Area 51 thing. It sounds like a bad idea. I'm sure they have. The second they started making Independence Day movies where they were going to Area 51, at that point, any possibility of keeping it a secret, that was over. So you're probably right. They probably moved anything that was there out of there. I think they probably still do test airplane, test air, black projects and stuff like that. They have one of the largest runways in the world there. It's like 2 or 3 miles long. It's just because it's right along one of these dry lake beds, and so you just have like miles and miles and miles of really flat ground, which is great. If you need to, need an airport, where you have a lot of runway. But I would guess that's probably all they're doing with Area 51 now is just, testing black projects there because there's still nothing around there. See, like I said, you can find it on Google Maps, which really kind of makes me laugh. So it can't be much of a secret anymore. Come on, it doesn't take 10 minutes to wake up. Then it comes up in an ad. Maps is now faster. No, it isn't. It took you 10 minutes to open the thing up here. Oh man. See if I can find it here. It's probably the problem here is that I'm doing multiple things here. I'm live streaming and trying to and then what it says, it's telling me apparently there's an Area 51 superstore here or something. Yeah, whatever. Wasting my time. Roswell was fun. I enjoyed going to see Roswell. We didn't actually go out to the crash site, but yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of a big UFO person too. I was huge into it when I was like in high school, and after that, huge fan of X Files and stuff like that. Love alien type movies, and I think it's probably pretty likely that they're out there. I mean, the universe is just too big of a place right now to not have it. Yeah. Do I have any pets? Yeah, one of them was up here a few minutes ago. He's sitting right over there right now. Got a couple of cats. Come on, Mike, come say hi. Nah, he's just gonna sit there now. So Sunshine, did you ever hear the Taos hum? That was a big thing in that area at one point. I don't know if it still happens. I don't know if they ever figured out what it was. You did? You hear it? Yeah. Never been there, so I don't really know, but I've heard enough people say that they've heard it. I've seen enough documentaries on it. I got your dog's attention. That's cool. With the kitty treats, yeah. I've heard people say that when I go meow, that usually gets them, makes their ears perk up too. So yeah, that was a shout out to all your pets. Meow. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of it's going to be a long day tomorrow, pretty much. Fortunately, I got a single, nonstop flight, which is so it'll ease up things a bit. But that also means it's going to be a 3.5 hour straight flight. Yeah, most dogs will eat just about anything. Cat food too. Yeah, because they actually have to make cat food uh, more flavorful because cats are such finicky eaters. Dogs, they'll eat anything. Yeah, I got your dog's attention, VNA. Awesome. Yeah, that was what I was going for. Meow, meow. That's for you, Bite. Come over here. Come here and say hi. No, just gonna sit there, huh? What if I start dishing out the treats, huh? Yeah, he'll come for the treats. I threw one onto the ground. He came over here, but only halfway. I don't know. Maybe we can bribe him with a brush. You want the brush? Yeah, you hear that? Come on. You want the brush? You like the brush? And you like the kitty treats? Boy, if somebody ever made a brush made out of kitty treats, you'd be in like cat heaven, wouldn't you? Okay, I gave you one, but you're gonna have to come up and visit here. The one that's here, his name is Bite, but I spell it like a computer bite, so it's BYTE. Right? Meow. He's like right here, right now, underneath the TV tray. Well, there's a long story about how they got their name. Uh, I told it a few times, but basically, what happened is they were both him and his sister were, I guess, abandoned in my backyard when they were babies, when they're like, 5 weeks old. And I adopted them, and they were both feral when I got them. And when I first tried to grab Bite, he tried to bite me. So that was how he got his name. But I decided to be kind of a nerd about it and spell it like the computer Bite. And then I had his sister, of course. His sister, I called her Nibble because that's kind of funny, bite and nibble. And but also in the computer world, half of a byte is a nibble. So that was how she got her name. I don't know. It made me laugh. Yeah, it was the same with Bite. Bite was feral at the beginning, but he warmed up pretty quick, and Nibble never did. She's still very antisocial. She's a sweet little kitty. She just doesn't like people. I don't know what happened in those first 5 weeks of her life, but they traumatized her for life. What's on my shirt? It's a picture of the offspring. Kind of fun because I went to school with three of them. Went to high school. Ah, there he's back. Yeah, there you go. For those of you who wanted to see you Bite, there he is again. He's sitting here looking at the kitty treats because I left the lid off of it so you can kind of smell them, right? Come on, say hi to everyone. Ow! Yeah, well, that's why they call you Bite, isn't it? Because you bite me. He lunges at stuff like that. He's a soft kitty. He's a warm kitty, but there's nothing about him that could be described as little. He's a big boy, isn't he? Yeah, big 18-pound bundle of fire. How's Flash? I'm looking forward to seeing Flash. I should see her tomorrow. So yeah, I'll probably include her in uh, in a video at some point, just letting you know how she's doing. Haven't seen her in a while. My father would occasionally send me pictures, but I guess there's been other things going on lately. Little ginger kitty and a little ginger and white kitty, and named them Bacon and Eggs. That's awesome. Yeah, Nibbles, white and orange color. Actually, she's got very similar markings to him, only it's orange instead of black and white. Yeah, I was kind of vowed I didn't want to turn into a cat person. I wasn't going to ever have two of them, but unfortunately, the two of them came together, so it came as a set. Ended up having them, and of course, I had another cat at that point. So I actually, for a short period of time, had three cats. And then the first one he passed away, and then it was just two, just these two. He's my buddy though. If you ever want to make PETA mad, just tell him that PETA stands for people eating tasty animals. Okay, that'll probably get me demonetized, but whatever. Yeah, that's pushing it a little, Steven. I agree. Let's uh, let's keep the cat eating comments to a minimum here. What do I think about Donald Trump? I'm keeping politics out of this site. There's no right answer. No matter which side you take, you make someone mad. So don't want to go there. Yeah, I don't know about Bigfoot either. I mean, a lot of people say they've seen him, but you'd think that you'd think that if Bigfoot was real, that there'd be more content now because everyone has cell phone cameras. Yeah, that's the thing that blew me away. We saw all sorts of UFO pictures, all sorts of Bigfoot pictures, all sorts of Loch Ness monster pictures. Before everyone had a camera, and now all of a sudden, now everyone's got a cell phone and can shoot high def video, and where are the videos? I don't know. And I mean, you look at something like Bigfoot. You know, in order to survive, there have to be enough of them. Why, you'd think if there were that many of them out there that somebody would have seen them by now. Yeah, I'm not going to say it's an urban legend. Just I haven't seen enough information to say one way or another which it is. Let's just say I have an open mind. Yeah, see, it's the same with ghosts. I've never seen any evidence of that either. And I went with Jordan to that haunted house that's just right down the hill from the Manson house. Well, the the Tate house, the Tate Polanski house. And I don't know, all the videos I saw that supposedly were evidence of something going on. I could explain all of them. So, well, it is funny you say that the videos are locked in Area 51. I just saw something in the news today that I think the Navy is confirming that some of the videos that they're out there are real of UFOs. So I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen anything myself, or at least nothing. I did see something that seemed odd, but I'm not to the point where I'd call it a UFO. It was probably just an airplane. Yeah, David's house exactly. Because we went there the first time when we did that tour with Jordan's friend at the Dearly Departed tours. He did one of those meetups where I went along with that, and we ended up there into that house and wandered around the house, and then Jordan invited me back later when we did that live stream one night, and yeah, I didn't see anything that made me believe. Did the cats like thunderstorms? No, I don't think so. Not really. They didn't like them a whole lot in California. You know, when it would thunder occasionally, it very rarely thundered there. You know, the whole house would shake, and they would just kind of take off and run. They haven't really had a really serious thunderstorm here yet where they've experienced that, but I'm guessing they'd both take refuge in the closet if that happened. Yeah, I mean, you know, ghosts may be real. I'm not saying they aren't real. I just haven't seen anything myself. One of my childhood friends said that she believed that the house that she lived in when they were young had ghosts in it, and they talked about it all the time. I don't know. I'd been in that house too. I never saw anything. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy. That was sad. I miss him too. He was great. I'm kind of with you too, Kathy. You know, in a universe so big, you're right. It's unlikely that we're the only ones here. Oh, by the way, Kathy, spoiler alert, I made your recipe. You're the first one. That'll be up tomorrow. I liked it. It was good. I haven't put it out on this video. I put it out on the day uh, that I said we're going to do it. It was on the video called It Begins. But basically, it's escapingthemouse at gmail.com. And if you want to send your recipes, please do so. I got I don't know, probably 10 or 15 recipes, and I looked at all of them. They all look pretty good. So you know, I'll have to pick a few of them here. A lot of people like meatloaf because I got like 3 or 4 meatloaf recipes. So and I like meatloaf too. So you know, there's a few of them that look good. I'll probably do a meatloaf recipe at some point. I can't do it right now because I don't have a meatloaf pan. Well, I do, but it's in the storage locker. And like I said in the when I did the ground rules for that, that you know, one of the things that might make me not be able to do it is if I don't have the kitchen utensils to do it. And so, you know, it'll you know, meatloaf will probably be a while before I get to that. But I do love meatloaf. So, what's my goal in life? To make enough money to be able to support myself. It'd be nice if I could do that here, but you know, the channel's growing. You know, I'm getting more views, but I got a long ways to go. And also some way to get rid of the fruit flies in this place. It's crazy. There's always these little bugs flying around here. I got a couple of like fly paper strips around here, and that helps a lot. But am I looking for a girlfriend? Probably not actively, but you know, I wouldn't mind finding one. Why? You know someone? Hello, Robert. I don't know. Spiders are fun too. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. Uh, you know, the girls are kind of creeped out by spiders. I used to keep black widows as pets. I don't know, David. This channel is whatever you guys want it to be. You know, that's why I was kind of laughing at YouTube when they say, "Well, we don't know. Uh, you know, if you don't put something in the description, we don't know what's in it, and we can't say that it's safe." It's like, yeah, but I don't know what this video is going to be about until we do it. You know, it's you guys that make the decision where we go with this, not me. Yeah, Lily Munster was cute. can see that Bite here is going to just start acting like Jaw now. He's going to be a little prima donna, just sleep on camera and ignore everyone. But whatever. Right, Bite? Yeah, see? He just said, yeah. Meow. Meow. I'm actually surprised you haven't stuck your head in the kitty treat jar. Oh, you klutz, you dropped it. Now you're going to make me get another one for you, aren't you? Because you're too lazy. Yeah, you're well, and maybe my position on black widows would change if I actually got bit by one. But you know, a lot of times it's just knowing how to handle them. In my experience, is black widow spiders are, you know, the what makes them dangerous is that they've got nasty venom, but they tend to be cowards. They're more likely to just curl up in a ball when they're messed with, run and hide. No, I wasn't affected at all by the flooding in Texas. We didn't get a drop of rain here. It all happened kind of on the east side of the state. I actually watched it coming in. It was bad there, but yeah, I knew about 2 days ago that we weren't going to get any of that. Well, you once woke up with a huge spider on your hand, you threw it across the room and never saw it again. You know, he probably thought he was your roommate, and then when you kicked him out, it's like, oh man, now what? So you done now, or you just want to show everyone your butt? Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah, that's a cat for you. If I ever thought of a name like Lionhearts, there's some people said been saying that it's the Breakfast Club. I don't know. That's it wasn't Jordan that came up with Lionhearts. It was one of his fans. So like I said, I've heard a few people refer to my viewers as the Breakfast Club. I guess that isn't horrible. I could come up with worse ones, I'm sure. Yeah, well, Jordan does what he does. That's what he's into is he does videos about things that are interesting to him, and sometimes it's going to be things maybe you're not interested in. I'm not really that into the country music either, but I find that I find that I like the videos anyway because even if not I'm not really into the subject, he'll show me something cool that's fun to look at. Yeah, I got a friend at work that got bit on his neck. He ended up with a really nasty scar from it. It looked horrible for a long time. Have I ever gotten lost outside before? You mean here in Texas? It's kind of hard to do that because I've at least got GPS. Um, it was a little confusing right at the beginning because I guess when I initially entered my address into my cell phone, um, somehow I entered the street address of where I live here, but somehow ended up with Placentia, California as the city and state. So every time I'd say, take me home, you'd say, okay, you're 1,500 miles away and it'll take you 20 hours to get there. It's like, no, I'm, 30 miles away from home and it should take me 30 minutes to get there. And I figured out what it was and I fixed it. I figured it had to be something like that. It had to be something stupid. But it took me a while to find it. Do I storm chase? No, I haven't yet, but I think it'd be fun to do so. I kind of want to know what I was doing, though. Maybe it'd be fun. I think maybe to go along with somebody who knew what they were doing. and ride shotgun. That'd be a great topic for a video, huh? Yeah, yeah. Here's a tornado. I don't know. It's possible I could see some. Here they at least known to happen. So it rained a little bit, and yeah, I guess it did. The storm did kind of go into northeast Texas also. It was really bad in southeast Texas, down by Houston. They really got pounded because the storm just kind of parked off there. Once it moves ashore, generally the the engine for the storm is the warm water from the Gulf. So once it makes it ashore, it usually burns out relatively quickly. Yeah, you're right. Like that's why I say I'd want to go with somebody that knows what they're doing if I was going to go storm chasing, because you got to have somebody that can really kind of read the weather. Do they have tornado sirens? Yeah, in fact, there have been a couple times where they test them in the morning. Like I guess on one Friday a month at 10 a.m. every morning every month they test them. I've heard them go off a couple times. And they'll run for a couple minutes and then they're off. I actually want to one of these days I want to get out and actually figure out where the siren is because I only hear it. I'm not sure where it is. I guess I've seen a few of them in town, but not the one that there must be one relatively close to my place because it's got to be within like a half a mile or so, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, Cars were one of my favorite, one of the first bands that I was really into on my own. I was into music before that, but it was always something that my parents were into. My mom especially, because she'd play music when she'd take us to nursery school and stuff like that. And so, I knew a lot of the songs from those days. But yeah, I think the Cars. That was probably one of the first bands that I was ever into on my own. Yeah, my father is he's a little worse than he was a couple days ago. I talked to him on the phone a couple nights ago, and he actually seemed a lot better. But I guess he's had a little bit of a relapse and is back to being a little incoherent when he speaks. I'll have a little bit more information when I go home tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think it's every Friday here. I think it's like one Friday a month where they test the sirens. It's usually in uh, 10 in the morning or something. Yeah, I stayed in Placentia many, many times for probably pretty close to 30 years. Well, Tim, you never know. Start doing it. Because you never know. People might, like what you have to say. I never would have expected I'd get to the point where I have 2,600 subscribers, and I'm actually making a little bit of money doing this. You never know. Just kind of stick with it. The best advice Jordan ever gave me was do one every day, even if it's just you sitting in the camera, talking to the camera. Yeah, doing an emergency broadcast system test on September 11th probably wasn't the best idea. You're right. Yeah, I can't imagine losing my father when I'm young. I got the luxury of having my father and mother live late into my life, so that was good. Yeah, just keep it up, Terry. You just gotta stick with it. It takes a while, but eventually, It's all a matter of getting to the point where YouTube starts recommending you, and that just takes a while. Like I said, the key thing is getting over that hurdle. I think it's like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of views or something. At that point, you can start monetizing it, and then things start taking off. Yeah, I know. A thousand seems so, such an impossible thing to hit. I had fortunate that I had, I was fortunate that I had Jordan kind of in my corner pulling for me. I wonder why YouTube demonetizes any of my videos. I've said this to them directly. I've got like the most benign videos in the world. You're close to 200, Terry. That's great. Those of you who who haven't subscribed to Terry in Circles, go check her out. Check out her video. Subscribe to her. Let's push her over 200. Jordan pushed me over 1,000, so it's time to share the wealth here a little bit. Let's see if we can push Terry into over 200. That'd be fun. Yeah, see her. She's right here. Terry in Circles. Terry with an I in Circles. Go search her on YouTube and subscribe. Check her out. She's got her own thing going, and everyone does their own thing. Check her out, see if you like it. If not, then you don't have to keep watching. But who knows? Let's see if we can push her over 200. That'd be fun. Sharing the wealth here. Yeah, we're all a little nuts, though, Terry. That's what kind of makes us fun. Let's see if I can see what her number is right now here, because I'm subscribed to her. Oh, my thing is so slow right now. She's on my recommended list, so. Oh yeah, she's two away. So if I can get two of you to go subscribe to her right now, you can push her over 200. Do it. Yeah, see, that's what's coming up on her video right now. I guess that's her live stream from I don't know when. It doesn't say right here on the screen. But yeah, go check her out her video. Let's push her over 200. I bet you we can do that. All I need is two of you to go do it. Okay, Suji said she did it, so, and so did Derek, so we should be over 200 now. 206, Terry, we got you. We did it. Thanks, everyone. And now go watch some of our videos and, see what you think. I don't know, maybe it won't be your thing, maybe it will be, but yeah, 207 now, that's awesome. You saw that Terry owes me bear claws. Yeah, Jennifer, we did it. She's at least 207. I don't know. I'm having problems updating the screen a little bit. My machine is a little slow. Yeah, but we did it. We pushed her over. Yeah, I was actually impressed with Shipley's donuts. They were pretty good. It was more of kind of an airy, fluffy donut than and the one at Jack and Jill's was more of a cake kind of donut. And that was really the only difference. They were both actually really good. The only problem with donuts is they don't stay fresh very long. You have to eat them really quick. So I'm glad I didn't really go buy a whole bunch of them because they would have gone bad. Oh, come on, Terry. If you're going to start crying, then we're going to have to take all those subscribers away. Yeah, I know it blows me away some of the things that people watch. 1.1 million subscribers. Nah, we're not going to do that, Terry. We're just teasing you. Have I tried French toast? I assume you're talking to me. Yeah, I've had French toast a lot. My mom used to make homemade French toast. Very good. I don't eat it as much anymore because it's not the French toast, but the syrup kind of, is a little too much for me. I'm not really a big sugar person, especially for breakfast. It kind of has a tendency to knock my blood sugar out of whack. If there is going to be some sugar, it's got to be, or something sweet. It's got to be kind of subtle. Yeah, no trolls yet, at least. No, it's the same problem with waffles and pancakes. It isn't the French toast or the waffle or the pancake. It's the syrup that's a little too much for me. Although sometimes, like waffles and pancakes with like strawberry preserves or strawberry syrup and fresh strawberries on it. That's good. I think just sometimes the syrup itself gets a little too much for me. Too much sugar. Yeah, French toast with grape jelly. That might be good. Yeah, quiche is good. I love the quiches are pretty good. Yeah, I guess I'm more into like that kind of stuff with like fruit. I love blueberries on waffles. Those are good. Strawberries. Somebody said bananas. Bananas are good too. I'm not as much a fan of bananas as like blueberries and strawberries and raspberries and that kind of stuff. But I haven't had a schnozberry waffle. Wow, 211, awesome. Yeah, we pushed you over the limit. I wish I could have as much effect on your videos or on your subscribers as Jordan had on mine. There was that one day I was like, 5 or 10 short of 1,000, and Jordan went on and did a live stream and said Breck needs your help with a real clickbait title, and I think within 24 hours he pushed me from 990 to like 1,800. It was insane. Yeah, biscuits and gravy are good. That's more of a breakfast thing for me. And like I said, Terry, just sharing the wealth. Let it's I'll help you get the subscribers here. You just gotta You just gotta you gotta keep them now. It's your job to keep them. I'll help you get them, but you gotta keep them. She's a real person, so you know a lot of you guys say that you like watching me because I'm a real person. Well, Terry's a real person too. Yeah, I've never really been like a fan of like apple chips and stuff like that. I've tried them, but yeah, I mean they're okay. They're just I'm not a huge fan. Thanks, Dougie Fresh. I appreciate that. Actually, when I first saw your name pop up, I knew someone who called himself Dougie Fresh, who I worked with at Disneyland. So I actually had to double check to see if you weren't the same person. You aren't. Have I ever had alligator hot dogs? No, I've never had alligator, but it's something I'd like to try at some point, and I'll probably will if I find some place that has it. It's one of those things I'd definitely like to try, just so I can say I had. A lot of people say it's really good, so tastes like chicken, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really a root beer fan either. It's a little too sweet for me. I haven't seen any meat pies yet, so no, haven't yet. I don't know. Maybe that'll be in one of these restaurants that I try at some point. Yeah, see, I've seen a lot of people have said that is that they like alligator. Definitely worth. I'll definitely try it if I find some place that looks like they have it. I bet you I could find some Cajun place that would have it. Yeah, if I find one, I'll definitely do a live or I'll do a food vlog about it. Thank you, Sue. Appreciate that. My father needs all the prayers you can get right now. I have had crawfish. Crawfish is good. My boss at one of the companies I worked with was Vietnamese, and he used to get crawfish all the time. Yeah, well, I mean, it may taste like chicken, but my experience is it's a little bit different too, and I like the difference. 214. Congratulations, Terry. That's amazing. Thank you all for subscribing. Check her out. See what you think. What about bangers and mashed with potato or with onions? I don't know what that is, so I would, like I said, I'm usually pretty adventuresome, so I might try it at some point if just to find out what it is. I've never heard of it though, so I might have seen it on a menu at some point and just didn't know what it was. Sounds like a regional something. Bangers are a sausage. Okay, well I love sausage. It's a British thing. Okay. Is it like is it a spicy sausage? Because I love a good spicy sausage. That's cool, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, leave it going here. I'm glad you check in. Awesome. Yeah. So if I'm ever in the UK, I'll definitely have to check out Bangers, see what they are. And mashed seasoned mashed peas. Okay. All right. I had grits recently for the first time. Yeah, I don't know if I'm into eating bugs. That's probably where I draw the line. Chocolate covered crickets? No, I don't think so. You can buy crickets at HEB. Yeah, guess I haven't seen that. Do they have a bug aisle? Maybe. Yeah, I think I'll just have to take your word for that, Deeps. I've been to Buzzard Billy's. Yeah, on that very one. I did a restaurant vlog about it. Good stuff. I was right along the river there. HEB has a chipotle sausage that's good. Okay, well, that sounds good. I like chipotle and I like sausage, and I got a HEB to go to. So so what are you up to now, Terry? What's the number? Last I saw 214. You passed that now? Yeah, look who's back. Have I ever tried brats like bratwurst? Yeah, I have. Wow. You just got a lot to say today, don't you? Say it to them. Don't say it to me. Say it to them. Wow, 217. Congratulations, Terry. That's almost 20 that we've added because it was like 198, I think, when I first saw it. Yeah, I went with Jordan to Oktoberfest last year, and that was a lot of fun. That was actually the first time I'd ever had sauerkraut, which is sort of what made me do the sauerkraut pork chops a couple weeks ago. Hmm. Yeah, he's a well-fed kitty, definitely. Hasn't missed a whole lot of meals, have you? Huh? That is one 18-pound cat. Are you leaving, Jeff? Okay. Thanks for stopping in. It's always good to see you. Thank you, Jeff. Well, I'll pass that on to my father too. He appreciates all that. Trust me. I when I sent him the list of all the comments from the video I posted a couple days ago, where I said he was back in the hospital, he was, touched beyond words. Yeah, a lot of times, things like sauerkraut or whatever, it's just that I haven't tried it, not because I'm not interested, it's just it hasn't had an opportunity. So, when Jordan and I went to Oktoberfest last year, it's like, you know what? If there's one place where I'm going to get good sauerkraut, I would bet you it's going to be at the uh, at the Oktoberfest at Old World in Huntington Beach. I don't know where Jordan is right now, but I don't think I'm going to get a chance to visit him this time. I think I got too many things I got to deal with the family, so probably not this time. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back, in November for Thanksgiving or around Christmas or something like that. Still got friends there, so even if my mom ends up moving up to Sacramento with my sister, I'll find somebody to stay with down there. I don't know if you can hear him; his motor's running again. Need to catch your breath? I don't know. I guess that's I could think of a worse thing. I like peanut butter. I'm not really into some of the main the big brands of peanut butter. Though I like the best peanut butter I think are the ones where you buy it and it basically is just peanuts and oil, and you actually have to mix it up before you use it because it's all separated. And the oil's on the top, but sometimes my mom, for instance, is like really into Skippy peanut butter, and I don't know. I look at the ingredients, and one of the when one of the first ingredients on the list is sugar, it's like that's not peanut butter. It's got to be peanuts, salt, and oil, and usually the oil comes from the peanuts. So I don't know. I was actually thinking about what would happen with Flash if my parents move. I'm not sure about that yet. We're gonna have to figure that out. But I was thinking about that last night too. What happens to Flash? All right, thanks Debbie for stopping in and saying hi. Yeah, I'm more of a creamy peanut butter person than crunchy. I would have brought Flash to live with me, but she needs to be someplace where she can be outside. Um, and I got such a little teeny tiny backyard, and it'd be a dangerous place for her to be because there's like, steps that go down, and she could fall off, and I don't think she'd be happy out there. She needs some place where she can kind of wander around. I don't know. We'll figure out something. I definitely don't want to lose her. She's a great pet. I don't think Flash even really knows who I am. I don't think she's got really that good a vision. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't take it personally. She just, I think her vision is so poor. I always think of that line from Jurassic Park about the T Rex, how it can't see you if you don't move. I think she's a lot like that. I just don't think that her vision is that good because I know that I can sit down right next to her and she'll walk by me like there's nothing going on. But the second I move, she pulls into her shell. So, yeah, I just don't think she can see very well. And I don't know how strong her sense of smell is either. See, that's sort of one of the reasons I want to find a house with a big plot of land, so she'd have a lot of room to wander around. But you're right, yeah, up in the northwest, or northeast, it'd be too much, too cold for her. I've been thinking, if it got to the point where it snowed here, I'd probably have to bring her inside. I was considering at one point moving to like Wisconsin or Ohio, and that was one of the big concerns about that is, what I would do with her because, I'd have to remember every year you got to bring her in the winter so she doesn't freeze to death because she definitely would not be used to that. I think she'd thrive here in the heat here, but I haven't heard of choke cherry since I was a kid. Wow. All right. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you again. Yeah, I love blueberry jam. I love apricot jam. Just kind of commenting on what I'm seeing flow by here. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, like I said, I'll be flying out of here tomorrow. So orange marmalade, yeah, that's good. Never tried apple butter, but I like apple, I like butter, so I got to assume that there's probably something in the middle there. I got to admit, I don't buy like preserves that much. Even jams and jellies. But I do like. I love blueberries. I love blueberry pie. That's always good. I've tried hummus. I'm not a huge fan, but it's all right. Yeah, peach cobbler. There you go. Now you're cooking. We used to have a peach tree in my backyard when I was a kid, and my mom would take peaches and she'd can them and make all sorts of great things. Peach pies, peach cobblers, all sorts of yummy things. Now, you see, YouTube would have expected me to predict that we were going to get into preserves and peach cobbler and apple butter and stuff like that. I had no idea this conversation was going to go in this direction. How could I predict that? This is an open forum. I talk about what you guys want to talk about. Do love biscuits and gravy, yes. Yeah, I've definitely had that enough times. Yeah, well, we just kind of go off in whatever direction you guys lead. When it comes to the daily vlogs, it's about the things I'm interested in. But this is all about you guys. Yeah, I kind of enjoy cooking too. I hear you there, Deeps. You made peach sorbet yesterday. That sounds good. Plum root preserves. That sounds good too. Gosh, you guys are making me hungry. I'm gonna start eating Bites kitty treats here. See, you move the kitty treats, and all of a sudden, that's what he's paying attention to. You want another kitty treat, don't you? See, it's possible to take that out of my hand without taking my finger in the process. I knew you could do it. You don't have to lunge at it. It's there for you. It's not like you've ever missed a meal, huh? Not once, have you? Not once. Yeah, I know. I'm hungry too. And it's only 4:19, so yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna probably go to bed early tonight though, just because tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Yeah, you agree with that? I should go to bed early, or are you just telling me you want another kitty treat? That's what it is. You didn't care about me going to bed early. You just want another kitty treat. Now you know why he's a big tub of lard, aren't you? You're a big tub of lard. The secret's out. Yeah, bagels and cream cheese, yummy. Yeah, I agree with you on that. There's a lot of things that are good with cream cheese. I know you're gonna go hide behind the flag. Is that what you're gonna do? Huh? Or are you just looking to see if there's anything back there? No kitty treats behind the flag fight. Sorry. That's my favorite bagel. I like blueberry bagels. They're good. But I'm actually just a fan. In terms of cream cheese, I like just plain bagels. Yeah, jalapeno jelly is good too. I've had that too. I don't know if I'd call it a marathon live stream. I usually come on here and I'm here for about 2 hours, and we're about an hour 45 into this, so I got a little bit more in me. Unless you guys get all burned out on me and I'll start tuning out or something like that. But there's 160 on here, so that's good. It's actually pretty good viewership. It must not be me you're here to see. It must be this guy here. You're here to watch this guy, right? It isn't about me. It's always about Bite. I have a little thing on my screen right now that's giving me a running clock. It says I'm at uh, an hour, 44 minutes, and 55 seconds. So I'm not going to go over to that side, huh? Is that how it is? You flatten this part of the couch, now you're going to go flatten that part of the couch. Is that it? Yep, that's what it is. It seems to me that, like, at the bottom of the screen, if you scroll down a little bit, it says how long it goes. At least that's what I remember from last time I watched one with Jordan. I think that was like a week ago. Gravy can be for anything. What's the gold thing in the corner of the room? You talking about this thing? 'Cause that's the only gold thing. That is a walking stick that was made for me by one of my neighbors before I left. If you actually go back and watch my first video, I tell the whole story of it. It is actually the first video that I did. Yeah, go. Yeah, definitely GRC. Go back and watch the my first video because I talk about that. And there's all these little pieces, but it's a handmade walking stick that was made for me by one of my neighbors. Yes, I did grow up by Knott's Berry Farm, and I do know boysenberry pie and boysenberry jam. Had a lot of that. I like that too. Yeah, I don't know if Oreos and gravy would be a good mix, but biscuits and gravy definitely. And it's a southern thing. Now, actually, Bite weighs about 18 pounds. Yeah, he's a big boy. His little sister Nibble, she's the little one. She's only about 14 pounds. Yeah, or Oreos and vanilla ice cream. I'll agree with that. That's a good mix. Can't go wrong with that. Hmm. Okay, yeah, maybe they have changed the layout of the screen then. I noticed that they've made some changes on YouTube, and I'm not really a huge fan of it. One of the things I always liked is when you go to my front page, it says how many subscribers I have. Now they've decided that they're going to put a decimal point in there, and so if your subscriber, I've been hovering around 2610 between 2610 and 2620 for a while now. And now rather than say, hey, right now you're at 2614 or whatever the number is, it'll say 261 point K or point something K or 26.1K or something like that. And that seems really stupid to me because with 4 digits, they can tell me what the actual number is. They can say 2614, but to tell me less information, to tell me 26.1K, that's 5 digits and you're giving me less info. I don't know why they're doing that, but maybe that's just some of their changes. I mean, it doesn't cost them any more money to put 6 digits or 5 digits on the screen than it does to put 4 digits. So why would you reduce the amount of information and increase the number of digits? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I sometimes wonder the same times same thing. Who's dreaming up all these weird ideas? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Give me less information by presenting more information to me. Yeah, I know. That's right. It's a 2.61K right now. And actually, no, you give me that's 5 digits. 2.61K is 5 digits. If you just said 2614, that's 4 digits. You save time. I gotta go into my analytics page to find out how many actual subscribers I have. Yeah, I've become a huge fan of chicken fried steak recently. Well, actually, not recently. I've liked it for a while, but I've had it a lot more lately. Hi, Bite. What are you looking at? Huh? Hmm. So he's talking to you. Thanks, Connie. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a long day, but you know, it'll be good to be back home again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know. They're weird. I'm interested to see if this live stream is demonetized, like the last seven have been. That's the only problem with sitting over there, though, right? The kitty treats are over there, aren't they? So is the brush. How are you surviving without the brush? Huh? He loves the brush, doesn't he? Now, if they made a kitty treat, if they made a brush out of kitty treats, you'd be in heaven, wouldn't you? Oops, knock my glasses off. He looks hungry. He always looks that way. But you see how big of a boy he is. You realize that he's not messed any meals. Now I think he's buying the kitty treats. Let's see if he gets his head stuck in there. You can get your head stuck in there, huh? You probably would, wouldn't you? Huh? We'll put the cap on so you don't do that. I don't feel like going to the vet today. I wouldn't want to explain that. Yeah, what's the problem? My cat got his head stuck in the kitty treat box. Yeah, that'd be kind of embarrassing, wouldn't it? I could totally see him doing it though. Totally. So now he's just going to sit and stare at himself on the camera. Have I gotten a lot of recipes? I got about, I've actually saved about 10 of them, and I think there's like five or six more that I've received. Yeah, I never let my cat get away with eating off the plate. Although sometimes if I don't put the plates away after I'm done, he'll hop up on the chair and start eating off the plate that I've already cleaned up. Especially if I've like had some meat and it had some juice on it or something like that. He'll sit there and lick the juice off the plate. Yeah, I mean, Terry. I mean, I do all of my recording on this. Occasionally, I'll use a GoPro, but you know, 99.9% of what you see is all shot on my phone. It can be done. What would you vlog, Wes? Yeah, okay, that's a problem. I actually goosed up the memory on this. I have a really large SD card in there, and that you're right. That is an issue. If you don't have a lot of memory on your phone, then shooting high definition video can be a bit of a challenge. But I got like a 32 gigabyte SD card in that, And so I got plenty of room for all that. Yeah, I know. I'd have to come up with a harness to put on bite for the GoPro. I don't think they make one like that. Um, I have thought about putting one on Flash. I thought that would be funny. Those all sound like good subjects, Wes. You know, people, dog videos do great on the internet, and British foods. You know, I'd love to see that. You know, show us what's out there. So you're gonna get my channel demonetized by taking a bath on camera. Is that what you're gonna do? That's probably what the problem is. So we'll do some more of the bite show here, huh? Gotta get the audience back because everyone's talking about Wes's videos now. You don't have to lunge, it's there for you. I just want to save my thumb. I don't want to be bleeding after this. How old are Bite and Nibble? They're about 12. Yeah, they're big boys and girls. Well, I mean, you'll know in about an hour. If it's up in an hour, that means it wasn't demonetized. If it doesn't go up until tomorrow, that means it was and had to be reviewed. So, you know, I'm kind of expecting it probably will get demonetized just because the last 6 or 7 have been. I don't know I just wish they'd tell me what the issue is, but I don't think they really know. I think their AI is just doing something and they have to come up with some sort of an excuse, and you know, they don't want to take the blame themselves, so they've got to sit and turn around and say, "Well, it must be something you're doing," you know. But like I said, I've got their list of things that you're not allowed to do that make it non-advertiser friendly, and I don't see any of them. Yeah, it sounds like we're all kind of like winding down here. So I don't know. I usually go for an hour, and we're 1 hour 59, or go for 2 hours, and we're 1 hour 59 minutes and 43 seconds. So I know I like to hit that 2 hour mark. So and there we are. That's 2 hours. So I think since it sounds like we're kind of winding down here, I think I'm going to end this one now so I can kind of get packed and get ready to go tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to continue to try and do videos. Probably not going to be anything but just kind of updates what's going on in my world. But you know, we'll keep trying to produce something every day. I got actually got three uploaded right now. So I hope today's doesn't gross you out. It may. You know, I said it's the grossest video I've ever made, and And I toned it down a little because it would have been worse if I showed you everything, but you'll get the idea. Anyway, if you haven't done so already, go check out Terry in Circles lives, or go out check her channel. It's TERRI in Circles, and subscribe and check it out. And if you like her, keep watching. And like I said, Terry, it's up to you to keep them now. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night.